really hard. And I've got it beaten up. I don't collect money. It means nothing to me. But here's the new plastic $100 Canadian bill. And it just might be hard to counterfeit this. This stuff here is like that stuff we buy, like we buy something and it's in cardboard, and they've got this thin plastic stuff stapled to the side of the cardboard. That's what this stuff is like. It feels waxy and it feels plasticky, but it's still using our trees. You can see right through. And it's like bone china. You can see my finger right through it. There's no year on this bill. I know collectors collect these monies for different reasons. They make them out of the mint with a mistake in it. There's different reasons. But I got it. There was not a grief in this. And I know some of the collectors are saying, oh my God. But here it is. A young lad on the microscope. Yes, he's a future scientist. And this little bottle here, it says insulin on it. It's a little bottle here. And I ripped it. I tried ripping it with my fingers, with my hands, but I had a hard time. So I ripped it in my teeth. And it just tears so easily. But we can tape it as usual. Yeah, no 2011 on this bill anywhere. I've all in here. It says 100, 100, 100. Some are backwards, some are forward. And as you go up, they get small. Yeah. There's our Canadian leaf, maple leaf. That's where we get our maple syrup from. Serial numbers as usual. Yeah. There's no date on this, which shocks me. There's also no, usually money says this note is legal tender. There is nothing suggesting any of that. The only date on it is this guy. He seemed to have cut his neck. Oops. And it's from, I guess, when he was president or whatever, from 1911 to 1920. Other than 100, the hundreds all over it. They're everywhere when you look close. Those are the only numbers on this bill. It's our Parliament building. Sits on Algonquin land, taken from them. And I know some of you out there are going to be controversial about it, but hey, that's the way it is. We took a lot of land. That's the government for you. Now, I know collectors know this. I don't know, and I know older generation, but the younger generation probably doesn't know this, but this is the money we used to have. This is the $1 bill. just have these things around for years. This is from 1973. But they always had, see it says right here, this note is legal tender. And there was no braille on the money back then. It's 1973, no braille. And I've got a 2 here. And again, there's no braille on it. This one is from 1984. And this one says, oh, Squirch. This one says, will pay to the bearer on demand. It says Ottawa, 1984. And again, it says it in French. I don't know French. We weren't taught it when I was in school. So we had French in grade 3, I think, and 2 hours a day or something, and that was it. So we never learned French. But it is written, I know, deux too, so $2, English and French. And I know the collectors, I was going to say a minute ago, I know the collectors know this. Sometime in the 50s, I just saw one there this summer. The Canadian $5 bill came out, and it had, everybody was seeing the devil in the Queen's hair. So they pulled it off, they took it away. But of course, collectors grabbed them up as they could and saved them. And I just saw one in the summer, and I just can't remember the year. It was in the 50s. But the guy was trying to show me, it was in here somewhere on the Queen's head. It was the devil, and he kept trying, oh, here's the braille up here. Right there. That's braille. But yeah, somewhere in the Queen's head, over here somewhere, you could see the devil, and people were really complaining about it. So the government took those 5s out of circulation, and I couldn't see it for the longest time. He kept pointing it out and pointing it out and pointing it out. I couldn't see it. Then finally I seen it. But that's the $5 bill, and the $5 bill, it was brilliant blue, very colorful. So this is very slippery. I do believe Canadians will lose a few of these because it's slippery, very slippery. So I wanted to burn a corner of it, but that's highly illegal. That's defacing government property, so I won't do that. Although I'd like to, just to see if it burns or melts, because it is part and part. It's not 100% plastic at all. So and like I said, you can see right through it. Maybe just hard to counterfeit this, for sure. This is the test drive, I guess. Like if this one came out of the mint, or one of the ones that came out of the mint, and there was a mistake on it, which is quite possible, usually is somewhere, on some bills, I would have depreciated, well, I would have rendered it not worth a penny. But because money doesn't mean anything to me, it doesn't matter to me. So that is new Canadian plastic $100 bill. I find it the oddest thing. There's no date on this bill, and there's no indication that it's legal tender. So I don't know. It's different. But I'll just show you. I've been crumpling it up. Like I've been testing it out. So, but every time I did this, and it's getting worn out now. Oops. Oh, they're slippery. Canadians are going to complain about this. I know they are. But every time I crumple it, it comes back to almost. It's getting better now, but the very first time I crumpled it, it came right back up to almost the way it was. So, so there it is, folks. Yeah, I look with my magnifying glass here. There is no date anywhere on this, and there's no legal tender. So is this legal tender? Doesn't say so. But then I haven't been paying attention to the other hundreds or the 50s. So the other hundreds, like to me, they're new, and the orange 50s, to me, they're fairly new. So I haven't been paying attention. See how glossy it is? It almost feels waxy. It's got a waxy thing going on. Well, there's the big hike. Have a good day, everyone.